Boys and girls, welcome back to another video by yours truly. This is the first time I've been motivated to make a drip marketing reaction to NTE's characters. This is the very first time. And what's funny is I was sitting on the couch watching this paranormal show. We didn't know it was going to be paranormal. Kind of did, kind of didn't. With my girl called Widow's Bay. If you haven't seen it and you're into that paranormal, like spooky, scary shit, you got to check it out. I almost didn't make this video nor go live tonight because that show was that good. We made it to episode 3 and then effed off. Sorry, I'm going on a little tangent, but I was watching that show and then I saw this drip marketing and I immediately said, babe, we're not watching another episode. I got to go live to try the new RPG mode in NTE. I got to go live and try that shit because it looked very cool when I reacted to the live stream. So I'll be going live right after this reaction, by the way. But getting back to this, I think NTE needed to warm up. And I think they are warming up. I genuinely believe these devs are here to stay. This is not the same team behind Tower of Fantasy. I know it's Perfect World and Hottest Studio, but all the things I'm seeing from them is pointing in the direction of a fruitful and successful gacha game, right? The no 50-50 is so freaking huge. I can't believe more people aren't supporting this game because the no 50-50, first of all, is just fucking incredible. First gacha company in recent days from the mainstream space to actually say, fuck that 50-50. You can get these characters without gambling on them. And we'll even throw in skins and we'll even throw in glider skins and stuff for a chance for you to get them while not having to worry about losing a 50-50. Like just that alone deserves people's support. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. I went to the Anime Expo to play Miracy Invisible Future early, but I had to do a couple of challenges first. The first challenge was we had to mimic the walk of the model on the screen. Now you can imagine 3 masculine chads trying to pull off this very feminine walk was no easy feat. But the next challenge brought back old memories.
Tap to interact. Oh, I did it. Don't tell the wife about this, guys. What's right here?
Now this next challenge was pretty fun. You just partnered up with a cosplayer, mimicked her dance moves, and it actually ended up dealing buku damage to the enemy on the screen. Now it's finally time to talk about the gameplay, which the visuals have already improved drastically from the last time. They had some weird chins, but it's a real-time tactical strategy RPG where you can do cool, quirky things like dodge out of the way of projectiles. You can also do that same thing with AoE attacks and DPS attacks. But one of the coolest things I saw is your freaking teammate can pull you out of harm's way from one-tap KOs. That's really innovative and sounds like it'll be able to really play a role in the strategical combat of this game. The ultimate animations have also improved. And of course, you're going to be able to get some eye candy in there as they're casting these ultimates. Holy knockers. This next part, you get to choose your character to roam the open world. You get a nice little cutscene as you choose this character, and then you go into the open world with this character. Now, some of the craziest things I saw around town was literally just the characters. The characters go crazy, bro. Like this character getting ready to come up. You're gonna miss it the first time, but don't you worry. I slowed it down so that you guys could see the peak of this. What's this? Yes, brother. There's no way. Basically, this game is a Gooner's paradise, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to give it a try, you can pre-register early by clicking the link down below in the description box or the pinned comment in the comment section. You can also follow them on Twitter. Both of these links will be in the description box and the pinned comment section. What are you waiting for, bro? Get your goon on. We are finally getting Koro / Hoyo levels of quality character design and drip marketing. This is a 10 out of 10 character. Only a hater would refute how peak this looks. Now, I will admit, I am a katana weeb. Y'all know it, bro. The weeb in me. I see a fat ass long katana blade and then I'm like, ah! But no, it's a damn good design, not just from her being a katana user, just all the way from the top down. She looks incredible. And I was talking to Jenazad. We're going to get into more details about her. I was talking to Jenazad and somebody else at the Anime Expo. Or maybe it wasn't Jenny that. Sometimes I misremember things. I was talking to somebody at the Anime Expo and I was like, bro, I'm excited for that Katana character. I've been waiting on her. And they said to me, no, Smack, I don't think she's going to be playable. I was like, what do you mean she's not going to be playable? They were like, bro, she's a villain. And I was like, but dude, I was like, I see other games starting to make villains playable. Actually, it was just Duet Night Abyss. Duet Night Abyss made villains playable. So technically, we hadn't played a mainstream gacha game that did it. NTE is now making villains playable, right? NTE is doing these things where it's like stuff that we're not used to or accustomed to in these other gacha games, right? They're putting an RPG mode in start of their game. That's innovative. That's disruptive to what we're used to playing in these gacha games. They're getting quirky, innovative, and they're willing to do ambitious and risky things that may or may not work. And that's what is needed in a space, right? Another tangent, but my point is now they're making villains playable characters. This is a real villain. Like if you just played the story, Zankou's a villain. So this is super cool. But getting back to the drip marketing, apart from her being a playable villain, the white hair waifus always got me weak in the knees. I'm not gonna cap, but I love this, whatever you want to call it, this garment slash cloth jacket surrounding her. It is reminiscent of the Fire Hashira. Rest in peace to my goat. But this gives off kind of like a Fire Hashira type of inspiration. I don't know if they did or didn't, but it looks really cool. You got them big old jugulars with the beauty mark. That shit is some peak. You've got this. And yeah, I mean, even if they didn't reveal her element down here, we knew what her element was going to be because you fight her as a boss. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't played NTE, you end up fighting her as a boss inside of the story mode. And so I knew she was going to be the flame element. Thank God. I'm so tired of seeing Cosmos and Lakshana, bro. I mean, how many times are we going to get Cosmos and Lakshana in this motherfucker? We finally got a different element around here, boys, which is a great thing. I'm going all in on this character. I might even get 2 dupes because there's no fucking 50-50 in the game. So if I want to get, I mean, not 2 dupes, 1 dupe. So if I want to get like an E1 or dupe 1 of a character, I ain't got to worry about losing no 50-50. And that's a great thing. I have been waiting on this character and I was concerned. I almost got gaslit at the Anime Expo by whoever the hell I was talking to. Because like, it's a villain, not gonna be playable. I was like, what the? This would be the biggest waste of a design if they weren't a playable character. This looks too good, right? Like, this is insane. I'm hype. And this makes me happy because I only want to react to things that genuinely spark this level of hype and interest. If they spark it, I'm going to make the content. If it doesn't, I'm not going to make the content. And this prompted me to make some content. Now, I do want to show off some of her gameplay because it's actually important that you guys understand what kind of character. Like I said, I think she's going to be the first Apex Predator character. Apex Predator, Apex DPS. You know what I mean? Every game you've got in Wuwa, it was like Kartathea, Hiyuki, and in that ilk, right? Augusta. In NTE, I think it's going to be this character right here. Now, just to show off a little bit of her moves so that you guys can get an idea of what we're working with here and why I'm excited. First of all, she's like, you can see she's got like some freaking shadow clone jutsu levels of cooking. And you know, NTE, they're a bit of a different game from the games we're used to. They really do get to cooking on unique traversal methods with each individual character, or interactive abilities that aren't necessarily pertinent to combat, but they can be pertinent to like exploring the city or like stopping time, like our other girl, Hiyori, I think her name is. So what is her perk gonna be? Because like they can do shadow clones. This is what like is cool about NTE. They really do get very creative with a lot of the things around the game that aren't just particular to combat. But I like that she's got that. She's got them flame Hashira slashes. Do you see the flame? Bro, do you see the flame Hashira? It's doing what? Boom, you see that? Damn, that shit's fast. I keep forgetting. I'm trying to get it, but it's happening so fast. There's another thing that she does. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, so she throws, who cares about that? That's all right. I'm interested in what from the boss fight they're actually going to translate into you being able to utilize from her kit. So we've got that. Beautiful. There's this move she does where she literally transforms her blade like Excalibur, and except she keeps it that fucking long. It's almost like Gin from Bleach. I'm waiting on her to like do it real quick, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, yep. She creates flame tornadoes. To be fair, I do feel like the flame tornado is a bit played out. I mean, why not, right? Like, sure, but I'm tired of seeing tornadoes in goddamn games. It's been used so many different times. Maybe she'll have one if she does. It's not like it's a negative. I'm just kind of numb to it. There it is, bro. There it is. There it is. Look at this shit, bro. And then she comes up on you. Yo, bro. I was getting my ass whipped right here, bro. If this was like an ultra hard game, I would already died and failed. Bam. So you can see this is the kind of character that possesses the level of omnipotent power where they're going to be obviously super freaking insane in terms of budget quality. That means the animations, the moves, the arsenal is going to look super high budget. Not all Apex characters end up being T0. What I mean is they don't always make the Apex characters T0, but you know they're going to be a very like heartfelt kit. The devs are going to cook with them incredibly hard. And since she was very important in the story, which I believe she's the sister of the other girl I love. Like apparently they're all like puppets or dolls that were created by one person, another mommy. I'm just super excited. I think this is the kind of character quality that we should expect from a lot of the drip marketings. Then again, if every character drip marketing looked that good, then none of them would actually be that Apex level of design, right? But I do love, she's right here, you see she's got her eye patch, but when we look at the drip marketing, she's actually got both eyes. Yeah, no, man, I'm not gonna lie, boys. I'm super pumped. I am. That's gonna be my honest reaction. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Here's what I will say. Here's where I'll finish it off with. Because NTE, admittedly, the combat experience for me hasn't been insane. It's been pretty subpar. Not subpar. It's just meh, right? Like a 6-7 experience. It doesn't give me that, you know, that insane level of combat experience that I got to experience when I very first played Genshin Impact, when I very first played Wuthering Waves. And maybe that's it. And I did say this when the game first came out. I said, guys, if you've played games like Wuthering Waves, like Genshin Impact, hell, even Zenless on Zero, whatever, and you get into NTE, you're probably gonna be like pretty numb to it, or be like, this is okay. It feels at best case scenario adjacent, realistically a bit under. And so I'm not looking for this game to like blow me away with its combat experiences, like where I'm like just super getting sweaty. Just give me the same experience you game like Shinku, where like they just feel destructive, chaotic, and so strong. It like not feel, I'm sorry, the look of it, the presentation of it looks appealing. I'm past the point in gacha games where I need their combat to blow my fucking mind, especially in particular NTE, because it's got more than just a combat experience, right? It's got that explorative experience. It's got that multiplayer, have fun experience. And now you've got an RPG mode inside of the game. And so for this game, I'm not looking for the combat to truly blow my socks off. But it would be nice if they gave her just a little bit touch more budget, given how the quality of her design looks so insane. Give her a bit more budget in terms of animation quality and maybe some extra quirky things that she can do with her kit that nobody else can do. And, you know, I don't want to like describe power creep in damage numbers, but I do love myself some power creep with the right characters, of course, that like kind of have a real strong story presence. I do like myself some power creep in animation quality and, you know, little quirky things. Pretty much, that's how I look at it. But yeah, y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Peace, love, and happiness. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.